Welcome back to Business Zone with Enoch. And today we're privileged to be at the second edition of African Bitcoin Conference, which was held in Ghana, West Africa, at the Kimpiski Hotel. It was a 3-day event and 3 days event, and we were there. So we are going to give you a recap of everything that happened, what you missed, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the lessons, the food, and everything. So without wasting much time, let's go straight into the video. So, African Bitcoin Conference. When did they start doing this conference? Which year did they start?
Okay, so the African Bitcoin Conference actually started, that was last year, 2022.
Okay.
Yes, it started 2022 at in Accra at the Kimpiski Hotel.
So last year it was held in Accra?
Yes, it was held in Accra, and this year it was held in Accra.
Accra.
But before then, there are a lot of Bitcoin conferences around. It could be global, yeah, but when it comes to the aspect of Africa. Yes, it started last year. Yes.
Which is held in Accra. Okay, so what is the purpose of this conference? There are a lot of conferences that you said. So what's the purpose of this Bitcoin conference in Africa?
Okay, so as the name suggests, Africa Bitcoin Conference. So it was a program that was organized, for African leaders, those that are pioneering the education of Bitcoin. For Africans to actually adopt Bitcoin, not just adoption, but to be well informed or educated about what Bitcoin means, what you can actually use Bitcoin for, and how we can educate more people about the concept of Bitcoin.
Okay, so then, as we said, the event was 3 days, and we're privileged to be there. This is my pass. So I was there.
I was there. That's my ticket
as well. We were there. Now, I think when I was posting video my status about the event, people were asking me, I wanted to come, why didn't you invite me and stuff? And so was the event free? So tell that, what was the pricing?
Okay, so the event actually wasn't free, because if it was free, everybody would love to go. Yeah. So I think it starts from $50, which is for if you want to attend just the first day.
Okay.
$50.
Yes. I have the pricing here.
Oh, okay.
So let me just run the viewers through the price. So we have a 1 day pass, which is $50. So access to a 1 day conference, access to all ABC section, access to all ABC fair. Then we have the ABC pass, which is $75.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's access to all ABC section, access to ABC fair, unlimited coffee, tea, snacks, and blah blah blah. Then we have the Satoshi pass. I think this is the VIP.
Yes.
Which is $300.
$300. That's a lot.
That's a lot, right? That's a lot. So free
$300.
transportation to hotels, gift bags with goodies and stuff. Then the ultimate is the VVIP, which is the Nakamoto pass, which is $500. So the event wasn't free.
Yeah, it wasn't free. Actually.
Yeah. Education has a price before the price.
Yes, you need to pay the price.
Yeah, before you get. So let's go straight into the event. Day one.
All right.
How about the session at one Kimpiski? Kimpiski, it's one of the finest hotel in Ghana. So how was the settings like during the first day?
Okay, so with the settings, I think it was very catchy or attractive. Yes, so that is what actually drew my attention, because I was there at the hotel that very day, but I wasn't there for the conference. So I was caught up by the setup.
Okay.
I saw that there was an event happening, so I approached and I saw Africa Bitcoin Conference. I was like, this thing, I need to attend this conference. Because last year I missed it. Last year I only saw videos and pictures of the program. I said, I was fortunate, and then I actually joined the program. So it was so.
Yeah, I was also there, so the setup was on point, like 100% setup.
Sure.
Now, the first day, just give us one lesson that you learned during the first day. There was a lot of presentation. It was presentation, keynote speakers and stuff. So
a lot of
speakers came. Like this one, I'll run you through some of the speakers that spoke during the event. So then, what valuable lesson did you learn on the first day of the event?
Okay, so one lesson that it keeps, echoing in my mind, is that, Africans, we have a lot of misconception about Bitcoin and how we use Bitcoin. Okay, so my very first day, I had this notion. There is a saying that once you are in the midst of people, okay, what their ideas, their thinking, the way they think, it affects you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So though I know Bitcoin is not a bad thing, but the people around you talk bad about
About
it. So definitely you also have some kind of or some little bad impression about it. So the first day, all my doubts about Bitcoin was actually clear. Okay, so to share a few of what actually inspired me on the first day was that Bitcoin is not bad as people term it. Okay, yeah, but what we actually use Bitcoin for is what has actually lured so many people. Okay, because the advantages in Bitcoin has actually made people or platforms have their means of duping people.
Exactly.
Because Bitcoin is a digital currency. Okay, and you can it's a digital P2P currency, and you can transact with any other person on the internet, irrespective of their location on the globe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they, not to cut you short, day one, I think one thing that also got from day one is that there was this presentation that the presenter said, don't invest money that you use like you will need urgently into Bitcoin. That's one mistake that Africans do.
That is it. Exactly. So you see a student have heard about Bitcoin.
Then when you invest money that you use in the next month.
Yes, school fees. And the price of Bitcoin keeps fluctuating up and down. So at the point that you would need that money, it could be that the price of Bitcoin is low. Okay, and you are forced to withdraw it, and you draw at a loss, and then you create that impression that Bitcoin is a scam, it's not good, and all of that.
So let's not wait. So day two also had like a lot of keynote speakers and presenters talk about things. And one of the things that I want to speak about is this experience that I had. I've not really sat in an audience where like a tech visionary would present his idea to us. So I've watched it on YouTube, people presenting their ideas, keynote and stuff. So I had the privilege to witness the Yellow Card CEO present, and it was an amazing experience. So share with us, what experience did you have during the day two that you think, okay, this is like an amazing experience that you've not experienced before?
Okay, so for day two, I cannot leave out the Yellow Card because they have actually been innovative, creating a platform. If you're in Ghana and maybe you want to transact a business with someone in maybe Kenya, Egypt, Nigeria, because of the currency barrier or currency difference, it's actually difficult. Because you actually send money, it will take days, before like 2, 3, sometimes even up to 7 working days before the other party receives the payment. But Bitcoin has actually bridged that gap. And then the Yellow Card, they are being innovative such that you can actually transact with someone in any of these African countries. Yes, and you transfer money and then instantly they receive it through the means of Bitcoin and then other stable coins.
Let's talk about valuable lessons. What lesson did you learn during the second day that you think it's worth sharing?
So one of the most valuable lesson I learned was the Egyptian guy who spoke about African leaders.
Brilliant presentations.
Yes, actually, one of African leaders who were try to speak up for or raise their voice in favor of African. Because Africans, we are marginalized, we are suppressed when it comes to the global scale. Okay, so for speaking in the context of Bitcoin, there are African leaders who were trying to make trade among African countries simple, just like the way Bitcoin has bridged all these gaps. And they were actually painted black.
Exactly.
Yes. For example, like Nelson Mandela, who was in prison,
Mugabe,
and then this Libyan president, what's the name?
Gaddafi.
Very good. Gaddafi was, if you look at the things Gaddafi was doing, but later they made the Westerners made us had a bad impression that he was a bad person. Okay, so that Egyptian guy's presentation was one of the amazing ways. Because we need to, Bitcoin is a good thing, okay, but we need to educate ourselves properly. You understand? So we need people who will stand up and educate the public or the African continent what Bitcoin is, how we can take advantage, how we can utilize it. Okay, and then clearing the myth surrounding the use of Bitcoin.
One valuable lesson that I also took away wasn't really in context of Bitcoin, but there was this Nigerian guy who also was part of one panel, and he said, in Africa, when you want to be an entrepreneur in Africa, you have to be good at getting back up. Because in this part of the world, when you try to be innovative, you'll be knocked down on several occasions. So you just have to be good at getting back on your feet. I don't know, a lot of people get knocked down, but those who succeed, those who get up on their feet. So as an African, whether you want to be, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's being
Whatever you
are doing, you have to be good at getting that. Now, enough of the lessons and the experience. Let's talk about food.
Food, okay.
How was the food? No, food is very important.
In every program, one of the motivating factors for every program is food out. Sure. So
how was the food? Kimpiski.
Okay. So when it comes to the aspect of food, I think it was one of the aspects of the program that made the program so nice.
Exactly.
In fact, the kind of food that I ate at the program. I have never tasted such food anywhere. Like it was said yourself, the food were just in display.
Different kind of
varieties of foods. The first day, I wish I had the stomach of a ruminant, so I can keep some of the food elsewhere. But you cannot eat almost everything. Yeah. So you have to taste it.
The wine, the snacks, the dessert, like everything was amazing.
Sure. So the food was so amazing.
Okay, so then I think we also had a cocktail party at the end of the second day.
Yes.
Same as Kimpiski. Also, there was a lot of food there, and the good thing was it was late, so a lot of people had left. So those of us who stayed, we had a lot to eat. So now let's jump to day 3, which was held at the Accra International Conference Center, the Fantasy Dome. So that one was like a fair, like ABC fair, which they had a lot of tech innovators display their goods and service their products. So Kimpiski is one of the premium hotels, so they give us a premium service.
Yes.
Fantasy Dome is like an empty event center that you have to come and fill. So
sure.
When you entered Fantasy Dome, how was the setup and how did you feel like looking at the setup around and everything?
Okay, I would say that the setup was one of the innovative setup that I've seen, because it was just a few hours after the previous program. But when I went there, the kind of setup they done there, it was so amazing. I think it will be displayed in some of the videos.
Yeah, we will show some of the videos.
Yes, for them to setup. Yeah, so it was very innovative. There were different stands showing what some of the innovative
kids arena, game center, food center.
Sure, it was so amazing. There were different stands that were serving different purposes. The kind of innovations around Bitcoin that people are actually coming up in order to make transacting in money very simple.
So there was a performer. I really came to perform like. And so day 3, obviously it's an education conference. So we should also talk about the day 3. We forgot to talk about the hackathon. They had the hackathon that people came to present their ideas on day 2. So they announced the winner during the day 3. So day 3, what lesson, like what presentation that caught your attention during the day 3?
Day 3, I think in one of the series of presentations that went on, there was this do I say Rasta guy?
Yeah,
who are actually being very innovative. There are so many people who wants to transact in Bitcoin. There are a percentage of people who are not actually using smartphone. So
even if you have smartphone,
internet is a problem. People are living in village. How can these people be transact using Bitcoin? Okay, so he has actually created. I think they were a team. Yeah, the team has actually created a means whereby you can use the USSD code to actually buy and then buy, sell, and transact in Bitcoin. Okay, so you just have to dial the code like the way you check your credit, maybe star 170. You check. There was they have actually designed a platform like that. Okay, and I actually registered.
Okay. What's the company's name? I don't know whether you can say.
Machankura.
That
was the name is actually interesting.
Machankura. Yes. I think it will have a meaning in their language. I forgot the country was from, but they will have it.
Yes, I'll find out. Maybe
Machankura.
Let's
talk about fun time. Obviously, it was a first, so a bit of fun time. So, what did you do? What fun did you have during the Thursday?
Okay, so there is this VR. That's
virtual reality.
Virtual reality. Yes. In fact,
my favorite.
yeah, we only see it on the internet.
I know, right?
Not had a physical.
I've been
experience
watching
of it.
videos about Meta Quest and
Yes.
Apple something.
So that very day, they were, those things were available. So I think I tried the virtual reality, and it was like you were in a different
virtual
world
world.
altogether.
Like, I mean,
You
like
see,
one
it's
experience I'll
amazing.
never forget. Like,
Tech is so advancing so
like
fast.
I was in the ring. I was actually fighting,
Yeah.
like
Just like you are in a ring fighting with someone.
When people post videos on it online, you feel like, why is this person reacting this way? But when you get to wear it and you experience, like,
Yes.
this is amazing, and it was so fun. So day 3, there was food too.
Yeah, there was.
If you need anything, you cannot talk and leave food out.
Oh, sure.
So how was the food experience?
Okay, so the food experience, it was like, there were people from different African countries.
Sure.
So they made room for people to display their culture in terms of food.
Sure.
Yeah, so there were varieties of food prepared by different participants from different countries.
The chefs.
The chefs that came along with them.
And one chef from Kenya made me eat worm. You see, he
Yes.
deceived me. I was telling you, eat. I
Oh,
was
but
telling you what
people
to
that
do.
ate it, they-
It was nice. It was actually nice.
yeah.
Because in Ghana, we know worms to be good. I mean, that is why I was feeling kind of way. But
Yes.
after eating it, actually,
Yeah.
guy, I can eat the easy.
Yeah, and it's not a worm that is.
Yeah, it's not like the African worm. But like,
But yeah, so it was actually people that ate it said it was actually nice. But I also tasted different varieties of food, and then it's just like the previous. They serve yourself, so
Sure.
you'll be in a queue, and then you serve yourself as much as you can eat. And that very day, in fact, I drank.
And there were sponsors. I think
yeah.
I will display the sponsors. There were a lot of
Okay.
sponsors of the event, which
Sure.
were Yellow Card, We Trust, and all of that. They made this African Bitcoin conference a success. So,
Sure.
your general wrap up, what do you think about the whole 3 days event, like the whole experience? Like, how would you describe the event?
Okay, so the whole event is just about educating Africans about Bitcoin and how we can adopt it, how we can utilize it. There are a lot of utilities for Bitcoin, and there are a lot of myths surrounding Bitcoin, like I said, and then bad experiences people have had in using Bitcoin. So I have actually gotten a lot of education. Even though I was educated, but I had little education about Bitcoin. But this conference has actually given me in-depth education about Bitcoin. And as someone who I advocate myself in so many ways too, but I actually want to take this up. I usually am into forex, and I want to add this aspect because we cannot do away with crypto or Bitcoin because that's the future of all payment.
Exactly.
You understand? Yes. To talk about blockchain and all of that. So it's one of the things I want to advocate for, talk about it, educate people about it. You understand? So
for me personally, I think this event shouldn't be organized every year. It should be organized every 6 months or every 3 months.
Oh, sure. So we would, it's just like we have a mother set and then we have subsets. So the mother set, we find ourselves in the mother set. So whatever we got from the mother set, we must
sure. So then
we have to actually educate the public
sure,
about whatever that transpired over there.
Because it was like A+ event from setup, presentation, food, organization, everything was on point.
Sure.
I don't think I'd had any bad experience or any bad thing, like security wise, like arrangement of people, come and sit down, go here, take this, presentations, technical. We didn't even experience one glitch of technical challenge. Presentations were on point, everything like
that was
proactive.
You have to project and know some of the possible happenings.
Sure.
Make provision for that. Or you make substitute for that.
Sure.
Yes.
So as you said, we've gained the knowledge from the mother, this one. So within the subset, there'll be a section where we'll share knowledge, bit by bit knowledge on Bitcoin and forex trading on this channel. So if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn the bell icon to notification icon to all, so that when we upload a video, you'll be the first person to get it.
Sure.
So you can stay with us. See you in our next episode or next video.
Okay. Thank you for the program.